Yeah, live. Ewa Santimantem Edumbosh Babro Saimu. Digital address AK0187090. Ebrenwa son ye jibre ye pebreni ye de kase ababe somo. Yenko hwede di akotene ewa kase a ye de be somo no emo. Kase ewo sikasemu na Ghana mrasha bedwamdom ketewa ekire se Ghana sikakura bia ba ta o manye onu madwuma ye ntina eka bi aba no. Ko yenanim na Ghana emrakuni na ode ye adwuma se ododo amamo democracy edi mfrinhia aduasa wo mayimo emrahye badwam achia mehene akasa afa ho imna New Patriotic Party MPP amanyoko no ewo nhyiemu ewo yenim na wosesa nhyiemu no ba amfani chiki mfaso obi ani so ewo sada achi bia no wode ko amanone ensemu UK ene eye chekimano eye nhyehyeye sede be ya akwantuo basa no etuo ebetwa enyumre kase de bramo nyumakuo bi adaworoma ene anya kwanya ye de ebey DHI College of Health and Education so obieprono ama wo mo mawie SHS ene machio candidates so omomra emeje omo forms na ekwanya ewo ho HND in dispensing technician, diploma in pharmacy, postgraduate diploma in early childhood education and a diploma in early grade education. Are affiliated to Winneba for 0276221939 Newman College Department of Nursing there nursing na omo yopeso bo degree a ekwanya ewo ho school no wasantimantem atwoma techimai Waya weekend ena evening or hostel ewo 0267330492 ena 0574661117 atwoma tachima hyene so dache himadwumadi ne so ekoso emayo anketo a wono anu ate dwumaku ekra mo eye Dano milk papa Faith Homeopathic Clinic Boshaba Electricals ena Ernest Herbal Industry yanko animu emidi edi Piesie Lardi Mema mu nyina adwo Jibre na ensem no yenkyerkyeremo enkyerɛw ye hyensem no ase every sikasem emo ye sikudi ba wasaba yemfa sika eni agro Bank of Ghana omani sika krabia by time ena no obebu nkonta de beto odwa ede se eka dosopo ena aba enam so ama minority mrahye bedwam dom ketwa ekire se de ade no akono ewo se owura Ernest Addison a woye panyi wo ho no wode ne mudie eto ho anya saade a womoma no enam akomako aduonu baako 21 days once sorry every ne mudie mu anase ne post so yebekọ ne akwakodi enkomo na yahwe se etwa na se efata se edom ketwa etusa anamoya na ye ne Ora Evans Nuno ena ekodi enkomo Ora Nuno majoe
yeah.
Yeda sepa wabe ewo oman totoye fasikasam economist anamontu a eye minority pese won mutuo no efata na
so we share macroeconomic figures amamu hu hyehyeye ne nsunsuaso a yehu oman ni musisi ade a na wo hwe se Bank of Ghana atena ho ahwe na wo musikasam akowie die wie a sisi ano womokra eyape bailout na se wo hwe so far monetary policies a Bank of Ghana ede atudwa na entumi emwama enoma boa ekosoro de bia no so ntene dia na asema womoka no enyina so obi wuma ewo se yehwe na yede kwa adwendwene mu efise se empanyimfo no eye Bank of Ghana governor ene ne deputies ne empanyimfo ewo ho no ena se womomode mo no entumi mmoa emma yesika sem ho hyehyeye no enwie yie na afei de aban ne beka bia no na womoboa ma aban na ye na ede yakowie dia ene na megide se de opposition for ka na e wo se de kwa adwendwene na yehwe se yebetumi etu ho na mama na ye ya
yo eya na economist for mo amapen wo sikasem ne netutue mu yekofa ba mo se economic indicators etoda enkoyie na no yese Russia Ukraine war eno so betimi aka economy no ɛna no corona bae no mentimi hu sɛ we mu nyina no betimi agina so aka sɛ ɛno so ka ho bi na omo ani wo mu dwuma yi nana
won betimi agina so wo mu ntumi nyina so enka no saa ma ne nye ye kyerɛ sɛ enye Ghana nko ane oman a ɛyɛ Ukraine ne Russia ntokwa no enye nsusuaso ɛwɔ yɛn so ɛna COVID-19 na enye yɛn nko ane ɛka yɛ na abrofo no kura na wo mu hu wo mpa wo fa bibi sɛ UK ni ade a na wo mu ne Russia din kita ho ɛfa no gas ne fa ngo ho na wo mu kura no yɛ ka sɛ UK policy rate kura no ɛyɛ below 5% ɛno kura no wo mu sɛ wo mu ntiase na yɛ policy rate 30%, 30 good percent. In fact, Osha over the years no, the aban no pese oya ebro na ho odin so no. Na Bank of Ghana aboa na manaye. The friend deficit no. Say won hyehyeye mu no na anka yen susuyem no Osha Fiscal Responsibility Act na. E was say anka ye deficit bia na around 5% or below. Na COVID ba ye na aban no e call parliament.
Hello. Mr. Nuno, wadaruma down ho kakra maye. Line no entitomu ye.
Last year, me no waka say ye deficit no. And I say sika ye benya.
Mr. Nuno, Mr. Baby, I want no network no enye ensisiso maye. Oba down ho kakra amaya. Wei eye enkomoditi a yedidie efa eka Ghana sikakrabia batan abo enam so ma Ghana mrahebedwam domketwa ekire se ade no akoso no wamo nti ase nti ogura Ernest Addison a oyepanyipa no ontu ne ho ade so ne kwan so no ananya ne kwan so eno no nka mebusa se kanu aba ekwan ba ne enya ye omamufo ana temamufo Ghana fo no ehu sunsuanso no KKBK ebeko abekan na so we free ahoma no eso yebeko ye nimna yato akase no eso ye ko Ghana amemo ensem democracy ododo amemo na eye adwuma afi apem hankron ade okromie no 1992 no tintim rakuni na aye adwuma ebepem ene mfrinhia aduasa ene ewomu yi akoyie amaye ana enkoyie na so ni nyina mu no mrahebedwam achiahmehene ade atodwa se koyie o se enkoyie o eye tsen soja amemwo ebepa Ghana hanom.
That is one of the reasons, because the people did not understand what we were doing. We have left a traditional system, a very good, well-established traditional system, a democratic system, and we are misled into accepting a foreign system. We are not even following the foreign system. We are not following the traditional system. Everything is mixed up and we are confused. And we have the opportunity now for 30 years. We haven't reached out back to the people to say this is what the system is. If it is not working, if it's because of 1, 2, 3, can we change it? Can we amend this? Can we reform the system? Because there is nowhere in the world that has developed through any other system apart from the democratic system. Nowhere in the world. So that is why usually after the military regime or dictatorship, we come back to it. Years is not a mean achievement. We celebrated 10 years. I was part of the celebration. 20 years, we just let it pass. Silver Jubilee. I did all I could for us to celebrate Silver Jubilee. It was just one event. But I managed to organize a seminar on my own. I paid for it. And the team was one man can make a difference.
Naza I'm do two when you need young Bob was in a ship. Or soon there, say I feel the it's my year queen that you yes, what's Jagan and Kodu, Yan from what Emperor said, me Maranche, Parliament, Nanche, Sabia, a baby over Nanam was one, a baby over Sabia now, why you're Ama Obiara were represented war parliament.
Afei amanyosem yakwa amanyosem mudia New Patriotic Party NPP amanyoku no na enipedu a womudi omudi akwa yaje wonoma tomu a womo ekogina se da achibia no wombetu franka ama amanyoku no this year to womo so aba emekanum ansa na enum ne asa akoso womo so aba bio na owura boaben asamo a woye kasamafo ana campaign spokesperson Emma owura Alan K Tremantin osesa ebre no ombefamu e de ato sa aba ne nyina no emfa so eni so eyenko besi obrehunu eni kahunu omuyi bi free ho a ebeboa pa.
At this time that we are going to have that conference, I really think it's so unnecessary. I think it's just a distraction from normal campaigning that one has to stop and go and organize oneself over 16 regions in order to conduct a process that has no bearing on popularity. So really, maybe in future, as a party, we need to look at that constitutional provision and make it more flexible in order for it to serve the party better. Those who are going to vote form barely 3% of the entire electoral college. And so it's for them to decide that they will do something decent for the rest of the party. Will not be the determinant of who becomes our flag bearer. It's only an administrative process. It's not significant in terms of determining who is politically popular. It is not a political process. For us, the significance lay in efficiency. Because it's an administrative process, you want it to disrupt your main campaign as little as possible. Then you have it and get it over and done with. Now that it's been decentralized to 16 regions, the party literally has expanded its workload. So it's for the party to organize itself well and manage the process well so that all the participants will feel comfortable that the right thing has been done. But the bottom line is that in reality, it doesn't test political popularity. In reality, it is an administrative process, and the only important thing is that you are involved with the first 5. Frankly, this is not the first time more than 10 people are running. But in 2007, 17 was a bit much. 17 candidates in 2007 was a bit much. So more or less a reaction from that we created a special delegates conference to reduce to 5. But before 2007, we've had 13 candidates, we have 10, we've had candidates in excess of 10 several times. So, but for the fact that we made it a strict provision, we should have actually varied it and had all the 10 go through to November. Because what's the big deal? I mean, for the 10, they will separate themselves out. As you go forward, delegates will begin to sort out the men from the boys.
Ye free the ubo kasama former ora Alan K Tremantin ensem no mu ana ejina amanyo semu no mu ayede ko NDC amanyo ko no e Western region atoye mantemo na yenko Amanfi Central abato empeso no so na oba wayinu a wojira ho yebeka se parliamentary candidate Emma Manyokoyi ene Mame Joanna Jan Kujo wasi ubi Concordia ibi Victoria enkabo mahoden enti so obi kasempa pemu ni chichemu ewo wo muntem ewo mpesua no so a wono de onyintom
Esanse wo hwe enipa wa ha ebro 3000 omunya nso free Amanfi Central na mu more than 80% ya executive ni delegate enti wo hwe omuno mu daya no ewo NDC party no ewo Amanfi Central ti wo hwe mpanyimfo na wo member of parliament omaba nempa info akesi abaya utumu se ye nimpa pa mu bia che unity ne ho nti na ne ye unity party ama obi ani ayeden age ti ye didi ye num ye sa na wrade adom aka ye ho kra bo more than 2 months ni ye to abani wie na first week na ansa na ye ba be ye party ti ye siesie Memphis Central since 92 ye nto aba ana oba bia mpon try mpo so obefa forms ewo Memphis Central da enti wo hwa me yo oba na me ho ye fe me wani munyam nyam ya shira me na me di company nimu a esombo wo Ghana haneti nim sasa leadership management na me wo adwuma me to me e di aboa through me NGO Joanejam Foundation intimi yet me di akọ selesere nkofo a omo so wo apadaye a omo dwen enkoso ni mpuntu ema aman no betumi abona wrade adom me because of me NGO to me feel say I'm Memphis Central for to abama me e be boa ma me dey changes e bin see wa Memphis Central da ema vote e benya plan in fact MPP for ni na akra sakra say e yo na bo Joanejam kujo ntimi minti no e no mu nyina sakra
so me kasa me kan kabo mu asem ya to ba wi ani ewi akan say the ba sa itina me appeal to am say obi bia kan humbom since ye ba power si ankan ho mo be dey yetumi wi ni the candidate so yen no or equally competent intino say ye rakwa chaka na wi ni o say ba na wi ni o ka be di ngonim sa situe MPP fan da since ye ko parliamentary democracy intino o say kan humbom na mo ye vote no more for president mama inti wi ni de be wi ni ye pese kan humbom na wi ni no massive the camp Obiano as a chairman of the parliamentary caucus na member as program na me chairman I'm appealing to everybody second bia ira kwa chaka nkrofo na ye nua Joanna nkrofo ina no mgo mumbom etima kam ye twam na ye sa program mi na program no ayenka bum party the mame no what in the birthday party this year say se me na dom na odi nkonimu a obebe the party o kan na bom ampa ya me na kuma so da ma no ntina dey togetherness party nti as a chairman no I'm appealing to everybody say can be biano of na nyama ngufom na ege humbom we want to win and win well and win massive something like that
bedia be hana be kinkan be gidi sebe tie bedabase yenko potamu amamu ni omanfo enkankro emo yeba atwoma mponu amansi ni mu wasante mantem ha ne kro ye fe de kremo krom wo se mutum na gajia onipa ebre se esukroje nam druben mu ensu a ede ensu a ema homeka omunya bi nnum sanse se bi so ne a wo mu nsu omonom no emo anso enum bi wo mu ne ensentwe ni Hamza Mohammed ene din komo
wa mu ko jom go se de university no na ko yesa ko so kakra ko so no hanya honi na yesa di afi toilet ni toilet dawa school so ya san ka ban da me mu amaye wa me ise nanti ko la nanti ko ba ko so no ko zini be ba ko na mi eno mo ko school ndi sta ban se yeso a ye to abapa ti sta ban se o me ye issue ni trukra ni o me ye mai yeso nya super no se issue ko no ma to bi ya ho jare ho na be yo ni sa ndi ko doctor so si yesu aye no so enye eso ya bo aban ya ba ya ka ele si mpani fo na mbo ekwa bi wo mu kira aban no ya ka wo mo ne wo mu rai ndi se die pese aban e ma di pa be no be yesu no mai na ma di wo bo e yesu eni toilet si azu si a network ko azu kura ye dis ye ko fudia eni na network ndi straban so be boy na yin super no na yin network ni toilet
so water is life once our water is life now hwe nsu a nipa num ya that means say penny for ne others o in charge e ma ya ye vote mo mo na so mo nwene meka say kremokrom ho nti yes so o mo tie nipa dia sa problem we dey o mo hwe na o mo so mo ma because wi ase na e wo no bibia nsuo eni panyini nti nsuo kan nipa abra bo ho a enye yie nti wa se mo hwe nsuo e da ho ya nipa no ma e very serious na nya se bia ya ye bia ma na ase ne aba ha ebi ni ho kra obi a me make attempt say or yet and that's why yet and I say a bin ho a free see any free basin there beside a palm so almost say sa na tie basin there and tears less as you say there and soon there ama problems yeah no man won't say do all now because of ensuno no one say and sa gugu none when at the end of the day of hospital I see and so I no money when the oba bet me akọ to nso na bet me akọ baby very serious
say ye be ye kọ kran gite kọ fra manwudua na etima ye kọ gite ye twa kwansini baako anta na etima ye kọ wan ko gine be enya ade a oti kuro yi mu a ebeboa ti esda ban ni pi se o meboa yen
asɛ ankasa tietiem ne anom efin ko a enam kuro nyina ye se nsuo no hwe ndi asɛ ye nya nkasa enu fin o mehwe no meye maye
what are some ye kasen pinfo no chese no do man in school nti yesen pinfo me school kuru me asi
Yanko ahoɔden energy kase emom and from a jack gas toa a cylinder etoda atimi epae ɛdeɛ bɛ ne ma ne pae ni padodo no anim enti aban no wo hyehyɛ bi sɛ nke beduru baabi no na ukogya o cylinder si baabi a na wafa foforo na wo na wo kro no sɛ deɛ bɛ adachi bia no brichie ni oyo ne emma ɛbɛboa nso ama ni padodo no anya adwuma ayɛ saa deɛ no ayɛ de ɛba no ɛbɛyɛ adwuma ɛbɛboa na ɔyɔkoba na na akuafriye ɛne ɔmanfo akodi ho nkɔmɔ
na petroleum authority din say BA eba wato ne din cylinder recirculation model ni nyina ne say so kofele wo gas a de ode kwaye no be kwa ne afeli bisi ho de wo hia ye wo ID card na ya nhye wo ho bia de ama na wafa de esi ho na ya afele ne de aba ye no manfo be din koma na ebisa se san nhye na eba no ebeboa wo ye nye ona adwenchi
nyade a ebetimi aboa bebire efise one cylinders no obi akoto ne cylinder mo no ana okoto gas no so ese no yetimi bu no ebo a iska we dey wo aha na se wo dis also wo filling station no akwa change na wo na se bia wo no sika ne nso a chenchena e wo se oto de ye ayefu ana asese ti wo sa aban no to no boas no chechire Ghana fo mu ye enye se sisi a wo ye ya se me di we ba cylinders na e ba no na wo se mo hwe se de free China na se ba bi ba de hwe se eye papa
se me cylinder ye mo no ma ko fa obi de dada minim fault e dey e wo nipa kro no die no ntimi de emwa
ebebu 2 million no e di amame na mo se me to 2 million die yebu a esi wo no meze me hu se die esi wo no e 2 million on say me kono me hwe machine no e ready a na mo se edu 2 million na matuaka but yebu a esi wo no mintimi hu se e 2 million de na yebu a mefa don't ka de se komo ye nse wo de ba ye se fa de nsuo ye we uto 2 million yebu 2 million enwu we ma wonfu awani enhu se 2 million na yebu e de amount
in fact okay biara me de mono de me nkoje dada me besi se me de ani so ye mono e de me koje aba no ye mono e bi se me de mono ko na mo fada da aba fie dia me mpe bia na foto nti me mpe ne sa se mono me de mono na me ko fada aba no so ye mono dia fine
na kwa bijan ni ade asa na omoye no ukoto cylinder na wodo de kwa se ye dada se ye mono de si won ma de afede so no amashona de aba nti omo de bebe boaye pa
omoma yenye yusu de ya yusu na nemu afuto no so mbetutu ya se bi ebe protect se be ya ukọ Roberts na ebi a mi change maw so on the way a you be see ayede and yusu ade no how to use nkofa problem bi anye dey e ma me dem ni madwen
bi e ba na e boagu de be na yakọ anim say cylinder wo de ayeda ka se kototwena on tiase we say fabra ya de mono na ema wo ye na wo de kona akose de na jidi se beboa
so me nko amadwene de e mo a me kire se me de ye mo na me de kona dada na siwa ne akofa dada na mame a me nya hu fault kura o me de na me befia me ba be wisu nti me nko amadwene de e mo am
ebusia de ote wo asum nyina yo manfo adwenchefa cylinder recirculation model no ho ayokro banana akua free enemy
Zani ka so yeko edwa so na yeko dwa so a de friend inflation no ene ye de hwemu ehu se eno mabo kosoro ana ekofom no na enkuntabufo mekire aban kuntabufo government statistician eye owura Samuel Kobna anim ene watwensem twerefo afrensem twerefo apedom atwedom e de ato no anim se July kutan sabosumi no no enoma ekosoro nyina gina enuane ene anone doko so
3.1% relative to 42.5% that was recorded for the month of June 2023. The fourth time in a row we see year-on-year inflation inching up from April 2023 to July 2023. Disaggregating this from a food and non-food perspective, that is year-on-year inflation, we did find a 21.2 percentage point difference between food and non-food inflation, with food inflation 55.0% relative to 33.8%. From both food and non-food perspective, we see an upward trend with food inflation inching up by 0.8 percentage points between June and July 2023 and non-food inflation increasing by 0.4 percentage points from 33.4 in June 2023 to 33.8 in July 2023. Disaggregating further from a locally produced item and an imported item perspective, we find an 8.2 percentage point difference between inflation for imported items and inflation for locally produced items, with imported items recording an inflation rate of 45.7% and locally produced items 37.5%. Further disaggregating year-on-year inflation from a regional perspective, the Northeast region recorded a high rate of 64.0% and the Greater Accra region recorded the lowest rate of 31.8%, indicating about a 2-time difference between these two regions, that is the Northeast region and the Greater Accra region. On a month-on-month basis, we saw that month-on-month inflation inched up by 0.4 percentage points, 3.2 for June 2023 and 3.6 for July 2023. Disaggregating this from a food and non-food perspective, food inflation on a month-on-month basis was 3.8% and non-food inflation on a month-on-month basis was 3.4%. We now focus on some issues to engender policy discourse on how. Given the national inflation rate of 43.1%, we identified items in the 307 items. We have 307 items in the basket. We had total of 161 items that recorded rates higher than the 43.1% that was recorded in the month of July 2023. These items were relatively more of imported items than locally produced items. Specifically, imported items constituted about 52% of the 161 items that recorded rates higher than the national average, and we find sort of a balance between food and non-food items, as food items constituted 49% and non-food items 51%. We identified 20 items that saw the highest price changes in the month of July 2023.
Oyerepa TV so enie yewadum asantemantam Bosheba headquarters ye twa ye ho akofa ya boafo nkrato abetoa ensem ne so. Akwaba enfamra enyimre Oyerepa TV enyimre kwase boso ebraso se ye ni gede ensama edru so ebebetu munim menede na nama intifo Pa Thomas high life legend no the high life legend night share so ananu ewa Accra International Conference Center etisi na enyintini ekokopiemu ewase omampani dada akufo ekopiemu wase sanso so ena omampani na nado dan kokufo ado ene enyintini pi ene ekopiemu odwumede na ase ase anyomtofo ahodo pii no woto nsafra omo mombaye performance odwumede na ase mane ye fefefe na Pa Thomas na kasa organizing the program ene jeduble ambule efu stage a eho na nya asem ketokwa nhwe video Blay ambule enjoy enum we ye di ase etwem nso stella nkasa nwum ne da so ejina na nan so na dwumede na ase ana omampani na na adoda nkwakufu ado ekire mu se Pa Thomas a enei oye ne program na so ojina stage a oto nwum no one high life legends ahodo pii na mafa Ghana so na so mafa nwum to so de epeje Ghana din akwama hodo so.
Ladies and gentlemen, music plays an important part in our lives in Ghana. It is personal, it is national. I love music, especially high life music. And every chance I would listen and dance to Pa Thomas, Amati Dede, Daddy Lumba, Kwabna, Papa Yancy, JB Blay Ambule, CK Man, amongst many others. Music has made Ghana famous. The contribution of Ghanaian music producers to the industry also deserves commendation.
Yenko wiensam no ewo Nigeria memu na Yul Edochie Peter Edochie veteran actor ne ba na wore mu nsem a wakakofo oba foforo aka na yere ho a nsem no aye de janei kwampo oba no e de akokọ te se Ojano na fe susu wajisika bi e de efiri no ho no enam so mane papa Peter Edochie a veteran actor akodwumede bi so akwakwotwetwe nkomo na ho no wo kire se ne yere na se na ose oja aware no enyo no eyo manfo bi a omawore egu wa Nigeria madodo na ene etutu nsam edigu na sum se umfi na ware hu se ba ya one omba ba yepe.
Mary is a very, very brilliant girl. You may not know that. Mary is a computer wizard, that lady you're looking at, right? And to a very large extent, the success of that home is to Mary's credit. Yeah. But again, you know, things like this happen, and it's so difficult to convince her that you are not part of, you know. Mary is a wonderful person. In fact, I just had my 76th birthday, and the message she put out was so endearing, you know. Yeah. And Mary is a wonderful woman. A lot of people have been advising her wrongly, trying to see if they can sunder the link between herself and her husband. Most of those women who are advising her that way don't have good homes,
Hey you, or say assembly see and crowd on one count on Kwaja or and I said in Sinim and so Mary airport 2 points and I saw nothing in sa at the fat obia and I saw the show beer or no so old feels to say or can be and now a pito ditch and I say you educe assign our for the canon. Young Yanina so name fan 70 na AC na new a broom and I say a broom a man any iron and crank it to her. Sister no mu di Oyerepa TV and I say Oyerepa kase edi edwo mo mami asum e wo fie wono en yasem kwantim kwara mienu inchi omo no mo nkoso a enhwe Oyerepa kase bia dem ase ememu hwe Piesie to so de kase wono ewremu e wa mahodo so nsemu edi de na ma intifom mama mo no hwe a ejima brawo
Mamumo ne twen yenko amano ne ensem emom UK ene Turkey man no scientist apam said ye beya akwantuo basabasa ekoso oman no entem no ebefiri ho amomanfo enya wono nkwa atenase
Aban ne Turkey aban de onsa hwekrata ase a obepepo masibra ma nipa ahodo a onam kwati kwan so ekofa nsuo su kopie mu amono ne be wi ase na mu fadodo na ato an mo nse do akwakoye koda na ne dadwene ema amansa kubatan eno mu na Owura Robert January immigration minister o UK abrichima mu ekasa na wochiem se enhye pii na mpanfo hwe ani mu se odi begu akwam se be ya obetimi asi saade no anokwan.
In those countries which are either seeing migrants pass through, leave from, or in the case of Turkey, where a significant proportion of the boats and the engines are passing through. And so we're entering into a new partnership with the government of Turkey, which is a close ally of the United Kingdom, whereby we're going to deepen our partnership on illegal migration with a particular focus on the supply chain of boats and engines and how we can work together to smash the gangs and tackle the manufacture and the transport of boats and engines through Turkey into Europe so that we can really get a grip on this crisis.
Yanko France so hora wasamo asie ne se enipa bia no abodompem na osua de no eja atoho ama asem ekofa baaye no ano odin
say Kevin raising him France memani say Ojabrani bi ato ba bi a enipa bi a ohonoma kwa ne bi eni ho etie anam so ama sabre ka se emunkunu enempemfo akosesa o se chemse nipa mienu kra ase wu aka ho enu mu enempemfo da babetu ja se atuenchima boafo akopie mu obia e wo la forge ho no ebo homodin a watimi ayi enipa dunson a odin akopie mu ayaresa bi adakutafo ejina oso ehwe wo mo ekoba ne sane ho akohia se France mampani Emmanuel Macron edi ne ya konsembe mamusieku ahodo ni nyina na wagina muna akasafoni kese so akasa na nemu enomampani dia ba betudwa se ne asi ne yare ho sempa aban be de obetimi bia edi aboa nipa nei o waya sabia no sanso na wona wato an mo nse de no aban be hwe moa obetimi edi abo musua a waje wanchi ni nyina mu no interior minister e France memu Gerard Damani edi abasoboso nkokra ma bambo jumafo wo France memu se watimi aboa aman nei nipa dodo na watimi age won kwa
Kasiene siyemfa seda ema DHI College of Health and Education. Wamoye HND dispensing technician. Affiliated to KSCU and a diploma in pharmacy. Postgraduate diploma in early grade education. Diploma in early grade education. Wemu nyinano eye adia ekone nimpa ni munyam ewomo. Affiliated to Winneba University of Education Winneba. Osanso bachelor Dutch kasa na wamao. Free training ewo government mo ene so bonus okra why sandwich evening and a weekend sessions Kumase and crying and a sunwane and omo branches no ewo 0276 221939 0307 02 0844 307020844 dache himadwumadie no ekoso kwasiada anwumre no 9k na abadwafo atrase na nkodai akire de omunnim efa Ghana amane ho no 9k eba TV so enso woni okramo Faith Homeopathic Clinic na fe Bosheba Electricals Dano Milk Ernest Herbal Industry to ema favorite contestant na woni o dial star 950 star na fe wabo 55 now the hash ato so follow procedure nkakra now the ato abano Newman Kale Department of Nursing ewa Santimantem where degree nursing diploma nursing and a public health nursing where hack nursing so ewo ho Canada, Australia, USA, Germany, amaho do be so certificate in air valid. Albert media koye ejuma. Oye addition weekdays, weekends and evenings. Or hostels mama and mema 0267 330492 0574661117. Qualifications wasi and afeni keka hobetimi anya loan e bra uko school no enso. Atuma tachimai asantimantem and school no ewo. Madam wase, minyam wase, me sorry pe the bride of Judas ena eba. Me din edi Piesie Lardi. Dominus vobiscum, eradia sumdrienka.